Hello YouTube, this is Mark, username went Tacoma ME. Had some free time on my hands tonight, excuse me, while I pick something out of my eye so I can actually read. Thank you. Yeah, where was I? I had some extra free time tonight, so I thought I would, say hi, see how everyone's doing. Losing pounds 89, you look great. Um, Eric. I'm gonna try to say your username correctly. Don't get mad if I don't. I'm not. I'm not so plump. Something like that. Um, it seems like you're back on the track and you're doing great. Awesome. Good to hear. So, and for everyone else, I hope it's a battle. It's an everyday battle. I mean, it was just like before the surgery. Excuse me. Let me close this. It was before the surgery, it was a war. It wasn't even a battle. Every single day, I remembered. Well, let's go back. This time last, well, we're in March, January, and February of 2011. My highest weight that I can recall was 387 pounds. When I started going to the bariatric center, um, my initial weigh-in with them was 376. So there's a few pounds. I noticed once, because obviously I was large, but I noticed that I was like always fluctuating between like 375 and 390. I know it sounds like a lot of weight between, but my good days I was 377, 378. My horrible days I was like 384, 389, 387. And it bounced like that all the time. Not sure why, but it was just happened so often. It was just that's the way it was with me. Okay, fine. So yeah, I understand. Um, excuse my language, but I understand what it's like being fat. I know a lot of people don't like that word, but that's what I'm gonna use. I was fat. I wasn't fluffy. I wasn't thick. I wasn't large. I wasn't husky. I'm sure there's a lot more names. I'm just trying to think of them off my head. Those are the ones. Um, the one my favorite one because I'm like 6'1" was well, Mark, you're a tall guy. You're just a big guy, and you're tall, and it's like, listen, I know I'm tall. Thank you. I mean, I don't think I'm extremely tall. I'm 6 feet, 6'1", average for a male, I guess. Um, but I was 400 pounds. Okay, there's really no excuse for being 400 pounds at 6 feet tall. It was pretty crazy. But I had like my parents and stuff and my friends and family. I'm sure they knew I was fat, but they always threw out that card to try to make me feel better. Feel better. Oh, you're just a big guy, Mark, and stuff like that. And you're big like your family. But to be honest with you, there wasn't a whole lot of large people in my family. Just to give you a quick insight on my family. Um, my mother, she's I don't, I say average size woman. I don't know what that actually means. Let's see, I'm 27. I just turned 27 the 5th of March. Um, my mother is 40. She's gonna kill me. She's 22. She is 40. 75, 85, 95, 75. 15, 50. Bear with me a second. I'm giving you a demonstration on how I don't know how to do math. She would be, wow, 48, 47, 47. Just took me half a video to figure out my mother's age. Sorry, Mom. She's 47. She's an average sized woman. I mean, you walk in front of her, you wouldn't think she was overweight. I mean, of course, being in that age, having two children, I'm the oldest. I have a sibling. My brother, he is 25. Um, and he's exact opposite of me. He's about my height, and he's thin, like a 2x4. Just he's really never had a. I mean, back in puberty years, he got chunky and stuff like that. But he's been thin and he eats well. He's a vegan and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, she was average. My father, God bless his soul. Quick insight on him. He actually passed away back in January of 2007. He was 43 when he passed away, which made me 21, I believe. Actually, I was 21, gonna turning 22. Yes, yes, I'd be 22 in March that year. And he passed away from a heart attack. There's more related stuff with that. I don't need to get into that. He passed away from a heart attack. He was a extremely unhealthy man. I'm gonna say my father was 5'7", 5'8". He wasn't very tall. I don't know where I get my height from. My brother nor we have no idea. We've gone down our family tree half a dozen times. We have no idea. The only thing we can think of is my grandmother's father was a tall man, which obviously we've never seen. I've never even seen a picture of him. But other than that, everyone on my mother and father's side is very short. But yeah, my father, back on him, he was a very heavy man. So I think that's a lot to do with me also being heavy. At one point, I mean, I think he was his heaviest when he died. He was pushing 400 pounds. That I do know. He was pushing 400 pounds, which even gave me more of a boost to have the surgery done. I mean, he was 43, pushing 400 pounds, died of a heart attack. I'm 27 now, but this all started when I was 26, 25. And I was pushing sometimes at 400 pounds. I mean, it doesn't look good. Heart disease does run pretty thick in my family, as well as diabetes, type 1 and type 2 on my mother's side is extremely thick. Everyone has diabetes. My mother's mother, my grandmother, was an overweight woman. She lived to be 70, but she struggled with diabetes her entire life, and towards the end it was really, really bad. I remember the last 2 weeks of her being alive, we would still take her. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize. I'm not big into the whole diabetic scene. But we took her blood, and I believe it's her sugar level, something like that. I remind you, this is 2 weeks before she passed away. She was reading 600. That I do know was correct. 600. And you looked at her and you're like, oh my god, and you could tell she was passing and stuff. But 600, I was like, wow. So, I mean, the positive side with these people dying, obviously you want to try to make something negative into a positive, is it was all in a learning experience of what I don't want to have happen, what I don't want to end up like. And yeah, so that just made my decision so much more easier. Because I have two small children. I have a 4-year-old little girl, and I have he'll be 2 in July, little boy. So that just gave me more incentive of having this surgery. I knew that I couldn't do this on my own. I knew that, you know, previous years trying, work your tail off, lose 5 pounds, eat a chocolate chip cookie, half of one. I just gained 15 pounds within 3 minutes. It was crazy. It was crazy. And of course, when that happens, you're like, you know, get, I'm gonna go do whatever, and it's very hard. It's a very frustrating thing to deal with. So I understand where everyone comes from, and because I've lost the weight, doesn't doesn't make me into what I would like to call some people, and some people are like this, that I have met personally, because they lost the weight, just plain old assholes. They forgot what it's like to be heavy, and they're just all about themselves and their own weight thing, and they're off and doing their thing. Try to be, I try. I live a couple hours away from my hospital where I had my surgery done. So I try to, when I can, get there for their meetings that they have for people in post-op and prior to surgery. I like to, just kind of be an advocate for the surgery, and try to just give them as much info as I can personally about having the surgery and my thoughts prior and after. And, because where I am now, I see both sides of everything. And it's a crazy thing to do. Personally, I almost didn't have the surgery. After saying, it gave me more incentive to have it, but it's just as the surgery got closer and closer to that, to that date, it was, it's more or less the fear factor. What ifs, that's what I call it, the what ifs. What if this happened? What if that happens? What if I die? Da, 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 da. But what pretty much cleared that up for me real quickly was I have two choices. One, I have the surgery, and I hope to live a long, old life, end up at a nursing home where I can yell at nurses and tell them to wipe my ass and put on cartoons and such shit. Or hope that I live to be somewhere in my 50s. Hope I grow old. But, weighing 400 pounds at 25, 26 years old, that likely hope of that happening is very slim to none. So, but, excuse me. Yeah, enough with all this humble, lumbo, jumbo crap. Just wanted to put out some statistics of mine. I know I did this in the last video, but I wrote down some things, so I thought I'd throw them out a little bit. Let's see. Man, excuse me. Wow. The weather. See, still doesn't stop. Like I said in my last video, I live in Maine. Last week we were having 70, 80. We actually had one day of 90-degree weather. I was outside, shorts, just sandals. I was like, ooh, summer, Florida. This this week it snowed yesterday, and it's snowing today. I took all my summer clothes that actually still fit me, like some basketball shorts and stuff. Put them all back, pulled all my pants out. Everything that I put away, thinking, hey, spring, summer, here we come. Put it all away, took all the winter crap back out, took out all my winter jackets again. It sucks. Our temperature, I think we got down to, it still isn't cold, like I call it cold. I think we hit high teens, early 20s. High teens, yeah. High teens, I'm pretty sure. So, which, I mean, I'm used to the negative stuff up here. You know, I'm used to waking up in the morning, going outside, temperatures 5. You know, you're like, yes, because most of the time it's like 0 all the time. So, anyways, I'm blaming that for my cough. I've been taking some Mucinex and stuff like that, which, yes, you can take having gastric bypass. I'm not, I'm sure there's other opinions out there. I called my bariatric center. They said it was okay, so that's what I'm taking. As long as there's no NSAID, I'm all set. All right. Anyways, sorry about that. I'll probably end up coughing some more, so I apologize. Let's see some statistics for you guys. January, February. I might just quick side note. You'll probably catch me repeating myself sometimes. I apologize. January, February, 2011. I'm giving you the numbers of when I started this whole journey. A lot of people call it journey. This weight loss journey. When I met with my bariatric center, I was at 376 pounds. That was their first weigh-in for me. So that's my highest with them that they have for the record. That was back in January, February. Of course, with people that's done this, I'm sure it was the same process with you, maybe a little bit different here and there, but with quick insight on myself. I had to meet with the doctor, meet with all the nurses. They have a great program. It's almost like a little family. Doctors, nurses, more nurses, their own lab people, of course, the nutritionists. I had to meet with psychologists, just a whole group of people, and it took me months of dietary and nutrition meetings all the time. I had more blood work done in 2011 than I have in my entire life, I believe. Which I'm not complaining, because I'd rather have them take blood out of me every other week to make sure everything looks good than take it out of me once, get in surgery, and I die. That's something to think about. They did EKG. They did actually a couple of them just to make sure, just kind of renew the old EKG, I guess, just to make sure there's no surprises at all, which I didn't mind. They did ultrasounds of pretty much my hips down, aside from my feet, of my legs. That sucks, only because, of course, I was a heavy guy, and the reason for the ultrasound is they wanted to check my main arteries. I know it has a name. I don't know. And in order to do that, they had to take, just like an ultrasound, of a baby or whatever, they had to push it right down inside my inner thighs to see that artery, and that hurt like a bitch. But we got it. So luckily they only did that once. But we did that. EKG, they took 1,000 pictures of my heart. I don't know the proper name as well, but they did everything in like sections. It was really weird. It kind of sucks. You had to sit in something for like an hour as they continuously take pictures. But they did that, and back to meeting with nutritionists again, more blood work. As far I get some questions about that, they want you to lose weight, how much prior, how much before, stuff like that. They didn't actually say, Mark, you need to lose this much weight or you can't have your surgery. They weren't that. I don't want to use the word big, but they weren't that aggressive on that. They just wanted, at first, for me to prove to them that I could lose the weight on my own. And after I started losing a few pounds, they were actually like, well, we'd like you to lose, I think it was like 15% or something like that. So I was like, okay. So I worked my butt off the most I could. I probably could have done better. Of course, I didn't. I had that mindset of I'm gonna have this surgery. I'm afraid I'm never gonna eat food again, so I'm gonna kind of binge eat once in a while. So that kind of kicked my ass. But yeah, January and February 2011, I was 376. The day of my surgery, which was in August, they gave me the okay in August after doing everything, and everything came back great. Everything looked great. Day of my surgery, I was 363.5. Um, some quick info on my health. Overall health was all right. Um, my cholesterol was high. Blood pressure wasn't too bad. It it was still under their kind of normal. It was a little high, but my blood pressure has always been normal. So obviously it's creeped its way up throughout the years. Um, I think that's about it. I was borderline diabetic as far as it was. They actually were thinking about prescribing me medicine for my cholesterol and prescribing me medication for diabetes. So other than that, everything else was fine. They actually found a brain up here, which I was actually quite shocked about. But yeah, anyways, day of surgery, August 22nd, 2011. I weighed 363.5, which means that throughout the past months, I only lost 12.5 pounds prior to surgery, which obviously they were fine with because here I am. Okay, so I had the surgery August 22nd. I was in the hospital for about 3 days. No, 2 days, 22nd, which was a Monday, 24th. Yes, I left Wednesday afternoon. Surgery went fantastic, no problems. Wasn't sick. They did a lot to me to prevent me from getting sick from the anesthesia afterwards because I told them that I did not do well with anesthesia whatsoever. So I was afraid about that, but it was all right. Yeah, the surgery went great, no problems. Everything was awesome. I was sipping on, little cups, almost like little NyQuil cups. Excuse me, sipping on those. I'm not gonna lie, it was sore as all hell. I couldn't cough. I sneezed once, and I thought I was going to die. And then I remember they had me. It was the following day. Um, I had to pass this in order for me to go home. They had me drink this like chalk shit, and then throw me in front of an X-ray uh, machine so they could actually see it go down and make sure there's no leaks or anything like that. That passed, no problem. That sucks because I had to drink so much and I couldn't. But anyways, we came home on a Wednesday. That following week, and I know why what happened. I got extremely dehydrated. For one, I could not push down the 48 to 64 ounces of water they wanted me to per day. I just didn't. It was two factors. I knew how to drink water, and I didn't want to because I didn't have the room to have the water in me. Um, yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah. So because of that, I got dehydrated, and I pushed myself. Like the day after, like that Thursday, I went to Walmart with my wife. Thought I was gonna die, but anyways. But yeah, the only thing they had to do was just pull because they actually did give me a catheter. It was actually my first catheter in my life. Obviously, I didn't feel it when they put it in, but when they took it out, it didn't hurt. It just felt weird. They're taking a tube out of your penis. I mean, if women watch this, I don't know how women's catheters are, but if men understand, yeah, it just feels weird. But then I had a drain tube that they took up before I left. That actually sucked. They're like, it's gonna feel like us pulling just a spaghetti noodle out of you. Well, what does that mean? It feels like a spaghetti noodle being pulled out of me. I've never had spaghetti in me to pull out. I don't. What does that mean? So I'm like, okay. I'm just like, you ready? Go. And it felt like it was like wrapped up around here and just. It hurt. It was a weird feeling hurt. It wasn't like pinching or getting punched in the face hurt. It was like I wanted to punch the inside of me hurt. Interesting. Kind of weird, but yeah, anyways. So I ended up, dehydrated. Went back. I ended up at the ER. They pumped me. I had like 6 bags of fluids they gave me. It was bad. But once they did that, I told myself, Mark, you got to get this water in you. So I was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't go do. Actually, I didn't do anything. Probably for a good 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I'm not even gonna act like I was being a show off. I think it was close to a month of just chill. I mean, when I say I didn't do anything, I didn't for 1 month just stay in bed and had someone, wipe my ass when I took a crap. It wasn't that bad. I mean, I got up, I walked around because that's the best thing for you. And of course, they wanted me to do that before I could leave. That was another requirement. They wanted me to walk around. And I'll tell you what, it was a bitch trying to pee. They wanted me to pee before leaving too, having that catheter in. I had the hardest time trying to pee again. It was like I have to go, but it won't go. It was rough, but luckily it came out okay. But yeah, so since then though, everything's been great. Slowly, getting more volume as my stomach kind of stretches a little bit at a time, and everything's been great since then. So yeah, so where am I? Yeah, so 363.5 day of my surgery. Um, as of today, March 29th. Yes, late 9 o'clock, March 29th. Actually, my last video, I could do a monthly video. I said I weighed in at 235.6 pounds. I actually weighed myself, which was only a few days ago, so I don't know how this happened. And I actually was in the area of my hospital today, so I was like, I'll just hop on their scale, and they have, obesity, of course, the big electric scale that's accurate as all hell. So I got on that, and as of yesterday, I weighed 229.5 pounds. So I did some math here because I did in my last video. Which means I have lost 134 pounds from my surgery date, which was August, from the day I had surgery. I have lost 146.5 pounds from January, February of 2011. So we're in March. So in 1 year, I mean, I guess if you want to say 1 year, I mean, I had my surgery in August, so it's been 7 months for me. So in 7 months, if you want to just add up the weight I lost prior to surgery, I've lost 146.5 pounds. I like to go by how much I've lost since my surgery. So when people ask, so how much weight have you lost altogether? I'm just going to say, oh, I lost 135 pounds. Yes, I lost 134, but I'm not going to be exact with them. Like, yeah, I've lost 135 pounds, 130 pounds. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, I guess depending on the day, I might act like a meathead, show off, and be like, I've lost 150 pounds. But other than that, some of the real statistics. I see my videos running close to freaking half an hour. I talk a lot. Yeah, damn, my surgery, size of my waist, I was a 52-30 or 52-32 jeans. Yeah, those were huge. I am now down to a size 36. I'm actually currently wearing a 38. I can fit to a 36. I choose 38 because I like them a little loose. I have some excess skin and stuff that kind of bothers me too. But I'm wearing a 38 waist, which if you do the math, since I can fit into a size 36, that is 16 inches off my waist, which is insane. 16 inches. I'm not going to until my 1 year um, anniversary, 1 year, or whatever you guys call them, anniversary, weight loss. But my 1 year, I'm going to whip out my old pants. I'm going to try them on. I'm not going to till then. So I've had urges to want to try now. But yeah, I'm at 229.5 pounds. My ultimate goal was 225. I've said that when I started. I said 225 is my gold, damn it. And I can't even remember when I was 225. I honestly don't remember when I was 225. Still gonna have this thing going on, which drives me insane. I don't know. Doesn't look as it looks worse when I have facial hair. Anyways, um, yeah, so that's awesome. So we'll, like I've told other people, I'm gonna take this ride for as long as I can, and I'm at the point now where I'm not so focused on losing the weight as to maintain and not to gain weight. I've kind of my mind switched the roles on that. For everyone out there that's losing the weight, it's gonna come to a point where you're not counting on losing weight, you're counting on not adding weight and maintaining the weight, which is where I'm at right now. I promise you will get there. Shirts, I was wearing 5XL tees, 4XL tees. Again, I will be repeating myself from the last video, sorry. I'm down to 2XL and 2XL tees. I'm tall, so I sometimes have to buy, depending on who makes it, tall shirts. But for the most part, I'm 2XL, like this is a 2XL. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's a 2XL male tank top, not a wife beater. I've been told if I call it a wife beater, I will be assassinated, apparently. Sorry to offend all the women. I apologize. It's a tank top. Um, couple small things I want to point out to you guys real quickly. Since, I'm already running a 3,000 hour video here. Uh, let's see here. No, let me get around with the list here. My my ankles, my knees, and my feet, since I've lost all this weight, have been amazing. I still get some aches in my knees once in a while if I'm pushing too hard, but it's amazing how much better mobility, how much more better movement I have than when I was heavy. I mean, of course, it's just common sense. All the weight off your ankles, and my ankles, I can, my feet can kind of pivot better now. Not always having to worry about rolling my ankles, my knees. I'd go up just a little small, like 7, 8 step set of stairs, and I'm like, oh, my knees. Don't get that anymore. My feet, they used to ache all the time. It was horrible, and I don't have that as much now, which is great. I guess the only real negative thing I can say about having the surgery, and these are just two minor negative things, is which to me are negative. To women, it won't be, because my first one is hair loss. Well, I have a receding hairline to begin with, but I have noticed that you're gonna be like, what? The top of my head has thinned out. It's hard with the lighting that I have. I don't know if this will make a difference or not. Has thinned out quite a bit. Um, I've always had, the receding hairline. Last time I had, if you want to call it bangs, it was like back in high school. But not so much here. And no, the white hair, I hope it's not part of it. Which is funny because I didn't start getting white hair after surgery. But anyways, a lot of thinning, as you can kind of see right around here. So, which doesn't really bother me anyways. I could care less about my hair. I was going bald anyways, so whatever, let it thin. I wish if it could do anything is get rid of some of this damn chest hair or body hair that I have. Take all that. Take all you want. Gastric bypass. Take all the body hair you want. But of course it didn't. Pick my head. Whatever. So yeah, that's the one minor thing. The other thing, which I'm relating this to myself, not as a issue of gastric bypass. I had back pain before surgery, severe back pain, and it has decreased a lot. I still get back pain, but it's not nearly as bad as it once was when I was having. But I still get stomach cramps. I'm actually still on a stomach acid medication for that they prescribed me when I first got out of the hospital, just to take for the first 6 months. But I'm still on it. I asked them if I could because I noticed if I don't take it, I get really bad stomach cramps. And when those stomach cramps begin, my back just starts aching, and it sucks. So I'll take that, and it's weird. I've noticed that like my back and stomach are connected. If I get 95% of the time, if I have stomach cramps, my back will ache. When I don't have stomach cramps, my back is fine, which is weird. I haven't discussed that with them at all, but I'm going to, just to see if there is any type of possibility it could be connected either way. So that'll be interesting to find out. But trying to think here offhand. Yeah, I mean that's when I got out of the hospital. The only two things I had to, well, more than two things was they gave me a gallbladder medication because I still have my gallbladder, just to make sure I didn't get no stones, and then that acid medication, which I'm still continuing to take now, and my multivitamin twice a day. So yeah, other than that, that's about it with everything. Like I said, just a quick, I said quick video. I'm at 36 minutes. Quick video, right? But yeah, I hope hope a lot of people see this video. And if you guys have any questions, girls, women, men, I was gonna say children, but I don't think children would be getting the surgery. Teenagers. Actually, I've actually seen a video where someone under the age of 18 is like, I should practice. So, but if you're interested in it, if you thought about having the surgery, if you want to, um, anything else to do with weight loss surgeries or surgery to gastric bypass, give me a jingle. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions anyone has about anything. Like I said, I'm a very big advocate of weight loss surgery. And I try to, I'm real. There's some things I may say that you may not like, but that's how I am. That's, I don't play it off to be some, that it's not. You're gonna have days you're gonna throw up, and that's true. You're gonna throw up. There's gonna be days you're gonna be frustrated where you can't eat nothing, and then there's gonna be days where you're gonna feel like, I wish I could have that, but I can't. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is not easy. But I'm real though, and I think that's worth a lot. Someone's not pretending. Oh yeah, it's great. And some people may not agree with me when I say this, but because I had gastric bypass, I think everyone's been told that it's just a tool, and I wouldn't have gotten here by me just sitting on my butt doing absolutely nothing and saying gastric bypass gods give me 100-pound weight loss. It did not happen that way. So, all right, I'm at 38 minutes. I'm gonna go. Any questions, comments? Like I said, give me a shout, and if I get some extra more free time, I'll probably, post up a video, but I've seen to cover quite a bit tonight. So if you guys don't hear from me in a few days, I'll see you in 1 month. I'll see you in the month of April, 22nd. Like I said, question, comments, shoot them my way. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.